What's up, Laker fans? On Sunday night, the Lakers moved back to 500 with a 109-94 win over the Hawks. Let's take a look at how it all went down. The Lakers simply played much harder than the Hawks did. I appreciate the strategies and tactics of the game as much as anyone, but when there's this sort of discrepancy between two teams in terms of effort level, that's more important than anything. The Lakers' defensive rebounding was significantly better in this game as well. Rather than leave Black to battle with Dwight Howard by himself, Ingram is going to drop down and grab the rebound. The Lakers did an excellent job of crashing the defensive glass and helping teammates in this respect. Here you got Clarkson matched up with Muscala, so Nance drops down and helps him out. The Lakers bench absolutely dominated this game, and it started with the defensive end. I thought this was the best job they've done as a team of navigating off-ball screens. Here you got Korver curling around a down screen in semi-transition, which can be a very dangerous play. But rather than hanging Ingram out to dry, Black steps up and Lou steps over. Now this is actually a mistake for two reasons. You never want three guys on the ball, and you usually don't want to help one pass away. But these are the types of mistakes that you want your team making, one in which guys do too much rather than too little. They had some quality switches as well. Here, Clarkson ends up switched on to Millsap after the pick and roll. Watch how hard JC fights in for post position here. And then this may have been Tarek Black's best defensive game of the year. On the offensive end, the Lakers were carried by Lou, Nance, and Clarkson. Clarkson did well to attack poor contains by Atlanta bigs. And Nance had his jumper working for him, which allowed for some nice pick and pops. And Atlanta helped out by running their side pick and roll coverage incorrectly a couple times. And Lou Williams didn't have a particularly efficient game from the field, but he went 9 for 9 from the free throw line. The Lou and Clarkson duo were excellent at attacking in transition as well. Lastly, while he isn't a normal member of the bench, Nick Young really caught fire playing alongside those guys. Luke put a premium on keeping his bench lineup together, which probably won the game, but the starters really struggled in the first quarter. Their transition defense was especially poor. Here you got Howard running up the middle of the court, and it's Calderon's job to step in front of him and at least slow him down to buy time for his big. But it probably wouldn't have mattered because Mozgov is running up the sideline for some reason. Deng tries, but he was trying to stop the ball in the first place. The starters also did a poor job of hedging on screens. Atlanta runs loop for Schroeder right here. As he comes around this last screen, there's no real hedge by Robinson. As a result, Schroeder gets into the paint with relative ease. This one is Calderon's fault. He doesn't ice the pick and roll, so Mozgov has to stay back because if not, it's a dunk for Dwight. The starters also did a poor job of helping the helper. Mozgov rotates over to stop Schroeder's penetration, but Young doesn't drop down to get Dwight. And watch how pissed off Mozgov is about that. On the offensive end, none of the guys there can really create a shot for others on their own volition. As I've said before, asking Luol Deng to playmake isn't going to work out very often. In the second half, the starters ran more horn sets than they usually do, and they executed it well. If you're not familiar with horns, it's when you have one guy up top, two guys on the elbows of the free throw line, and two guys in the corner. This play flows into a simple ball screen for Calderon, but Mozgov makes excellent contact to get him open. The starters were able to get better looks in the third quarter by setting solid screens and utilizing better player movement.
The Lakers have 2 timeouts plus a 20 left. Next time it's dead. Walton will come back in. So will Michael Cooper. The ball to Nixon and the Lakers down by 1. 1:38 to play. The ball to Kareem. Swing left. A 12-footer on the way. No. Rebound Worthy. Yes!